Okie doke. So, who wants to do the recap?
Recap. Oh boy, oh boy. Where do we begin? We went out on our suicide mission where there's a large cloud of nerve gas that has settled into a valley. And we were sent to investigate a farmstead that allegedly had some strange, probably heretical views involved, and also strange activity of people continuing to go into the nerve agent fog for some reason. We went to investigate. We found the farmstead and investigated and found a very terrifying sword creature, which we later learn, out of character, is called a mandrake. In character, we're just getting killed by some swordsman who can do some really sweet flips.
The best flips.
Yep. After our new friend Bigby almost gets cut in half in a single blow, we retreat to the tank. Raygun eventually decides to try stepping out and ends up embroiled in a fight and tries to use himself as bait so that the tank can shoot at it. Eventually, what actually takes it down? Who gets the shot and how? I believe it was Bigsby again, right?
Yeah, Arcoid finished it off.
Yeah, Bigsby gets one hit, good solid hit in the head, and then a second solid hit in the head, finishing it off, and then we exploded it with the main tank gun. For good measure.
Yeah. Because I ran outside the truck and it was going to stab me, and Big B 360 no-scoped him.
During the process, Raygun was kidnapped during his fight and thrown underneath a tree that started to eat him, where it seems that people were thrown down underneath these trees to be eaten, perhaps as some kind of sacrifice. It is terrifying and horrible, and Raygun is not looking good. And now we've all shuffled into the tank and are hiding for our lives. And that's where we've left off.
I think you also forgot the fact that I think you're bleeding out, aren't you?
Yeah.
I might still be bleeding out, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. Oh.
Speaking of, top of the order, as all of you are now, you've managed to rush everybody back inside the overpressurized Chimera. You slam the doors shut, and sure enough, Sergeant Raygun is bleeding out right there on the floor. The immediate danger seems to be over for everyone but him. So, lovely Sergeant Raygun, would you be so kind as to either roll 1d10 or pick a number 1 through 10?
I'll roll the d10.
All right, I'll see if I match you.
7.
So,
yeah.
You still haven't bled to death. You have your from the where the roots of the tree system have just sort of pushed into your skin. You have whatever compress you can pressed up against it. You're relatively stable, but it's only a matter of time. Someone should probably try and heal you up.
Who is the smartest of us?
Everyone turns and looks at the tech priest.
And I'm assuming none of us are trained in Medicaid.
Nope. Almost certainly not. However, suture kits do give you a pretty badass bonus.
Right, but everything we got is going to be at -20 for not being trained. So I guess this is time for me to jump out of the driver's seat to try and operate on Sergeant Raygun.
Oh gosh, I've seen what you've done to the radios.
Yeah,
yep, so getting field sutures provides a +30 to Medicaid.
I need my original organs.
Well, thank God I don't have any replacements to give you. Otherwise, I'd give you better replacements. All right, let me make this roll. +30, -20.
Do you have field sutures?
Oh, you said that, so I assumed that we had them. Okay. This is another instance of me thinking without saying words out loud. My thought process is: go to the medical box. If there's medical equipment in it, use it on Raygun. Otherwise, use whatever's handy.
Yeah, as you go to the medical kit, you open it up. You realize that the seals have already been broken on this, and as you open it up, you pull it out, and you see that there's just bags, several, maybe 3 or 4 of these large bags crammed on top of each other. Then a little bit of fabric, and then more of these bags. And as you look at it, it says guard issue recaf.
Okay, so and the tank doesn't have, or the Chimera doesn't have any of its own medical kit, nothing attached to the wall.
Negative. This was this was brought specifically to help out on this mission. But if you recall, there was a number of terrible rolls as far as the requisitionings were concerned.
Okay. Next thought process
so we
is
get the coffee, we put it in a syringe, and then just inject it right into his heart.
The good news is, if you do brew this coffee, you'll get to ignore 1 level of fatigue. So there's that.
my thought process was I take a hunk of metal from something and just burn it into his skin so that it covers his wound and stops the bleeding. You know,
You
the
can
same thing I
certainly
did to
attempt
myself.
do that. You can certainly attempt to weld scrap metal onto Sergeant Raygun. I'm sure that won't be.
Look.
It's more like he's pressing an iron to him.
Right, well, he's got an open wound, right? He's got multiple open wounds from the things sharp stabbing through him.
Doesn't Bigby only have like 1 health point left?
No, he's in his negatives
I
already.
got an idea.
Are you conscious?
We need some like. Yes, I am still fully conscious. That's why I'm in terrible pain.
It'll all end soon.
But so we need like some sutures.
No.
I have some needles in my chest.
I think Bigby's almost dead too.
Bigby,
I think Alexander and I are the only ones that didn't get hit.
Bigby is at the point where he was trying to aim, and the act of aiming caused him to take damage to his leg. Like, he is in a bad way too, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, no, he's just crippled. We just need a stick.
Oh, he's at the point where he can take, like, half actions right now, and if he, pushes himself, he will die.
Yep.
Versus Raygun, who is literally bleeding out as we talk. So either I can weld this piece of metal to his chest, or we can keep talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
those
yeah,
are,
no, I was just
those are all
bringing up
options. The only other options you would have would be to either call for some sort of medevac, which doesn't seem likely considering someone incinerated the wiring on the comm tower.
Yeah, I'm gonna die in seconds.
Yeah, this is why let me do this.
You could try and search the farmstead. Maybe they have their own health kits.
We don't have time.
Means of first aid.
Life or death.
All right.
Yeah, this is literally a matter of seconds. How long would it take to like do the farmhouse minutes?
So
one way to find out. Whatever your choice, Raygun.
Yeah, I am willing to put my life in the AdMech's hands right now. Let's see what happens.
I was gonna say, are you commanding me not to do this, sir?
I'm not commanding you to do anything but save my life.
Alright, the negative 20 is already in here, right? So I just hit submit.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right.
I know I have no
characters
bonuses.
suffering from blood loss have 10% chance of dying each round unless treated in some way. If the suffering character is conscious, he may attempt a difficult Medicaid test.
But this is them trying, so it's not difficult because it's not on myself.
And you're not trying to engage in any strenuous activity. So, yeah, no penalties. Just the regular you don't know Medicaid penalty.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's already built into the roll.
Correct. You just click Medicaid and hope for the best.
Anybody want to bet some shits on this? Sergeant, you want to bet some shits on me? Save your life?
I put 50 chits down on myself. I can't lose.
Jort?
Nah, I'm
I got 50 shits. He makes it 5 minutes before he expires.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, as the so that's no good.
It worked on me.
It actually doesn't say that you take damage for failing to stop blood loss.
Right, he just has a 15% chance.
I guess the only argument would be how long does this take?
I'm just gonna say it's a turn. You keep applying pressure, even like your little ballistic mechadendrite is pushing on additional pressure onto it, but it's just not stemming the blood. Everybody else still has an action, by the way, while you attempt to do this.
I mean, technically, anybody with a Medicaid and intelligence higher than 20 has a chance. A chance.
I have a 2% chance.
Or while you attempt to stop the bleeding, they could search other areas, or set everything on fire, or just drive back, say, fuck this.
Oh,
Is the trees and shit still on fire?
Oh yeah, fires. Trees still on fire. There's like
Okay.
most of the area around has like smoldering bits of fire where the promethium spray has actually found more fuel to burn through. But it's sort of.
I'm gonna run outside and grab a stick.
Actually, Jort, do you still have that hypo syringe? The one that I gave you.
Syringe?
The stim pack.
Yeah, back in session, what, like 2?
The rules for the stim pack aren't going to save your life.
I don't remember you giving me a stim pack, but sure, I have.
You remember the Medicaid unit that came to us when the sergeant called for it before? And they gave...
yeah, the first one was like, take this and call me in the morning.
Yeah, they gave him a stim pack, and he's like, I don't need that, and he gave it to you.
I barely remember what I did yesterday.
It did happen, so that is a real thing that occurred.
I'm glad someone can confirm the memory.
I run outside and grab a flaming stick, and I guess that's my turn.
Just for point of clarification, you guys are all going to attempt to jam burning items into your sergeant in the attempt to heal him.
No, not to heal him.
The wound.
To stabilize him. To stabilize him, not heal.
I just want to make sure that is the logic that you guys are utilizing.
No, I'm going to sacrifice a round to put some gunpowder on a wound and then light it.
I do not give you permission to explode me, Big B.
We're just gonna cauterize your wound.
I'm dead.
Oh, all right.
I'm not gonna pack it in the wound.
I'm gonna say that you have a number of attempts based off of your toughness modifier before their attempts to save you kill you.
Okay. I'd like the person with the most possibility of success to try that.
Okay, then I'll shoot the wounds off of you.
I mean, again, I think that we're all saying that's still me, and you still don't have that high chance of survival. I mean, it's a die roll, right? We can keep trying until, what, 3 more attempts? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, you have to see whether or not your ability to patch him up exceeds his ability to roll 10.
George, you could go in there with Big B and see if you could find something.
Big B's gonna die. I don't want to go by myself.
Also, technically, Jort is the only one that can move as a full action without taking damage.
Well, I can.
Alexander hasn't been damaged either yet, so...
Again, I think the problem here is that if he runs into the house to find something, I don't know how many rolls of 10 versus 10 that's going to be.
Well, let's see. If he does a full move to the house, I think your run is what, 28?
Where is it? My run is 12.
Yeah, our runs are way slower than what you're putting down.
Yours is halved?
That's odd. So normally it would go like you have if you have 30 agility, right? It would be like your half move is 3 meters.
What do you mean half? My run is only 18. He's only a little bit slower than me.
My run's 24.
Yeah, most people with
I'm just really cool.
Get a 24.
What's your agility?
Yeah, what's your agility, Jort?
The rattling can.
Oh, my agility is 41, so...
Oh, yeah. See, my agility is 26.
Mine's 31.
Yeah, no, you're...
That's why.
Oh... Well,
it's because, you are the slowest person.
Right, you are the slowest person. You have a 26, so that is why your run is 12. Wow. That is... awful.
Like I said, he's going to bleed out by the time you go through the house.
24 this entire time. Yeah, you could always try driving the truck into the house, driving the Chimera into the house.
True. Actually, yeah, I got a, I have my companion. Given my turn and my orders, he could just sort of drive, let me see how far it goes. I think it was 15 meters speed? Yeah, it goes 15 meters.
So it goes half the distance necessary, meaning it's not going to get there in time either.
But it means it takes you half the distance, and then you can move the other most of the distance.
Like you're saying that your comrade drives it and then gets out of the seat, and then I try it?
No, I'm saying after it's driven up, someone could get out and run because they're closer. Or they could just wait a second.
True.
Actually, vehicle moves. I only get one vehicle move a turn. I can't do a run with the vehicle, correct? I can't double its speed for a turn.
So there is the tactical speed, which is 15 meters, but you can
Mhm.
always make it go faster. Part of, and let me just make sure I get this right.
Yeah,
but
so what's
part
the
of this-
risk?
Yeah.
You could flip the whole thing if you rolled horribly.
Yeah, I don't want to put
Yeah.
the tank at risk.
Yeah, the companion is not going to take that risk. He's just going to maneuver 15 feet this way
Okie dokie.
while this is all happening.
All right, so there's that. Jort, are you hopping out?
All right. I'll give the stick to Alexander, I guess.
This
And
is
I'll
the
be like,
area where the ground is on fire.
Yeah, but it's patches. You're not seeing walls of flame. So basically, the promethium is like a spray, and as it settles down, some parts will have more clumps of promethium. Some places will have bits of tree or something to burn up to serve as extra fuel. But it's not just a lake of fire. So you guys are going 15 meters, huh?
Yeah. I tried moving the vehicle and just popped back. I'm like, oh, okay.
It happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. I always forget how to do this, but whatever.
It's a little funky.
Well, I don't know who has control of the tank. I can't.
Let me just measure this out real quick. So we're just gonna move you that bush close enough.
So if you have the tank selected and keep it selected, like holding down left click, you can right click and it ought to give you measurement as well.
or Q.
Yeah. Alrighty then. You've moved 15. You have two buildings. You have the main house that you had looked at previously, as well as the sort of shed over to the side.
Right, that we haven't had a chance at yet.
Correct. You do also see a number of Imperial guards' bodies laying about.
The shed might be the best bet, but I'm scared to go by myself. But I'll go.
I said Big
All
B
right,
has a broken leg, so
I'll give my flaming stick to Alexander, and I'll be like, Big B, cover me! I'm going in. And I climb out, and then I guess I run my 12 meters, however the fuck.
You just see this big guy with this massive bolter, just like, I'll get it. Not you, pal.
You can almost get the door next round.
Almost.
At least all the doors are open.
All right, so I'm going to run in the middle. I'm gonna look at the fire and be like, no, we already tried that. All right, I'm gonna try to listen to see if anybody's upstairs.
So you're
Ah,
going
no, we're
to
good.
the main house, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staircase.
All right, so it seems pretty safe, but I'm gonna run to the stairs, and then you know what? I have 2 flashbangs left. I'm throwing a flashbang up there.
How many turns is this?
Oh yeah, this is like 4.
All right, so
Let me go back to wherever.
No, that's fine. You can
Well,
go
yeah.
ahead and move your 4, and I'm just going to roll to see how long I last.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
yeah, I don't
Here we
think
go.
anything's
I'll roll
changed
a
while you're
10.
doing that.
Here's
So,
just
5.
4 d10s in a row. So
All right.
2 for the first one,
2 is a miss. Miss.
10 for the next one.
There's just blood spurting out across the back of the Chimera.
Yeah. 9,
that's
close. I almost see all my life flash before my eyes.
And 6, still not quite.
Not dead yet.
Sergeant, do you want me to try again?
Wait until the medical supplies are here.
All right, Jort, you toss a couple. You toss your grenades up to the next level, and you hear them pop, pop. You clear as fast as you can with a heavy bolter, and you find yourself in the next room, which is over here. Just for the sake of simplicity, I
Just draw a box somewhere, I guess.
Not exactly. It's more like oh, please tell me this all moves. Thank you.
Ooh. What we
There we
got?
go. Well, close enough.
Yeah, okay.
Try this button.
Oh, that's actually
There we
pretty
go.
big upstairs.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. So you are right here, pal.
All right. Okay. I guess I stand in the middle of the hallway here.
You've made it to the top. As you get into this top floor, you notice that to your right, which is now in front of you based on the orientation of your character, of your token, it looks like there's a master bedroom at the end of the hall, and further down it looks like additional quarters to your left.
Hmm. Yeah. None of this looks like it would help. But I guess I'll run to the bedroom.
Okey-doke, you run to the bedroom. Let's see here. Let's do something fun. As you get there, you do see you see the bed, you see a bed stand, and you also see a very neat desk right next to the door frame. And where would you like to search first?
Going for the desk.
All right. Uh, just because it'll be fun. Let's see here. Roll me. I'm not gonna have you roll Scholastic or anything fun like that just yet. But for the moment, roll me a say scrutiny test as you come up to this desk.
All right. Looks like a perfectly fine desk to me.
Yeah, perfectly fine. You're looking for the suture kits. You just knock over a bunch of books. There's a thing that you can write on. There's it's a mimic. No, but as you look at it, you do see that there's several volumes, almost like a personal journal written on it, but you don't care to spend time to read it. So
Oh
you
yeah, no.
just yeah. So you just kind of toss it to the side. You go start going through all the different drawers. You find one drawer that's locked. Give me an athletics test to try and just force it open, or a security check if you'd like to try and pick it.
My athletics is better. So
Okey-doke. Yeah, you just grab it and you just rip the whole thing out, and you find a much older book. This one, the leather has been treated many times over. It looks like it's been repatched, and you see written across it a set of 3 circles, kind of like intertwined with arrows in between them. But no field
ah,
secrets.
I pick it up and I'm like, this must be about the Space Olympics. I'll bring it back to Sarge.
All right, as you grab it, just roll me a willpower save real quick.
Willpower, okay.
Yeah, as soon as you touch it, like the leather feels wrong. You've worked with a lot of different types of flesh over the years, thanks to your particular profession, but it doesn't feel quite right. And as you hold on to it, it starts to tingle ever so slightly in your hands.
Oh, this is a fancy book.
Kind of like if you grab an antenna, how it just sort of sends that like electricity through your hand and just leaves it itching. But you have the book.
I guess I'll hang on to this Olympic Chaos book.
By the way, how many turns has it
What would you
been?
like to do? This has been like 3
As-
turns by now.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, want me to roll another 3? Here's just 3d10.
All right. Actually, let's have the tech priest roll 3d10 to see if they match. How the tech priest kill you? I hate killing players. And
Really?
we're
No.
getting to the point where we should have done it.
I need
By now.
I need that organ.
You're so close.
Not that I'm rooting against you, mind you, but I am kind of rooting against you.
I know. The technical narrative moment here is for him to die so he doesn't get court-martialed and then die for another reason later.
It's like, God, how much blood do you have?
But the odds are I'm going to die here anyway, so we'll see what happens. Jordan,
Okay,
these are boxes
so-
full of supplies here.
Oh, I thought those were boxes full of apples.
Sergeant says over the
They were.
radio.
But the apple a day keeps the doctor away, and right now we're all fresh out of doctor, so we might as well fill the gap with apples.
True, that makes sense. All right, I'll come over
Driving
here
back with
and
an
just
apple, Sergeant.
I'll drop kick one of the boxes open.
Crit on your foot.
You want me to roll to like smack the box or something?
Wait, what are you? Are you actually gonna start going through those boxes?
I mean, I wasn't going to, but they said that there might be supplies in here, so
Please take more turns in the building.
Yeah. Sure. If you want, you already know. You guys had given a once-over that these seem to have been like stockpiles of apples and seeds and other agricultural goods. And so I'm not gonna make you roll for it because you had already gone through them previously.
true. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I'll
I
bring
forgot
back
what
some
was in them.
fertilizer for your chest.
I mean, don't forget the half-child in the wall.
Yep.
Well then, yeah, I'll just make my way back.
How many turns would that take?
This was 3 more turns.
And
Let's
then,
throw 3 more dice.
Yep, let's do it. This time, Arcloid, have Bigby roll 3d10. Let's see if you can get a kill that way.
This is like the reverse lottery,
It's only
right?
a matter of time.
Oh yeah, just trying not to win. It's chance time.
Big money, no whammies.
Oh my gosh, no one my luck.
Oh.
No one my luck. I'm going to last the next 10 hours all the way back, bleeding the entire time. The question's going to be like, what heresy is this? Where'd all the blood come from?
I don't know what the odds are of matching 2d10s against one another.
It's basically the same as just rolling a d10.
Okay. So there's a 10%
Alright, so
chance
then
of
it's
rolling
Trust
10%
me on
chances.
it. Trust me on it.
Actually, really hard to die from blood loss. I've only ever seen it happen once.
I mean, it is only just a 10% chance per each die rolled. Eventually, after 10 dice, I should probably be dead.
Yeah. The main issue is that when you have the blood loss, it makes doing other things complicated.
It's just funny that Warhammer Fantasy, it's real easy to die of blood loss. Because that's not a chance roll, it's a time. It's an amount of time that you have.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's like you die after this many turns of blood loss.
Unless attended to, yeah.
All right, so Jort, you managed to, after running around the house, running outside, you run back outside, and you find yourself outside of this shed. Once you get close enough, you realize that this looks like it's a barn. And as you throw open the barn doors, what you notice is that there's a number of dead horses that clearly succumbed to the effects of the nerve agent, unable to flee from it as they were kept in their stalls.
Oh, that's why we give our horses face masks.
Look for horse medicine.
But yeah, roll me one more d10, Mr. Raygun.
Pop, pop. 5.
5. Big B. All right, yeah, roll 1d10. It's only a matter of time.
I mean, I know there is one group that does give their horses face masks.
Yeah, it's actually you guys.
Is it?
Your regiment.
I know I
Yes.
saw it for someone, but I thought it was a different
It's the
one.
regiment you have been assigned to.
No, it's the
They are-
Kriegs, yeah.
But it's specifically their cavalry regiment. But you manage to go inside, and as you search through all of this, you don't even have to roll awareness, because towards the back, you just find this extra room, and as you pull open the doors to the extra room, you just see just piles of gear. As a matter of fact, roll me an awareness check. As you pull all this open, and you can see some of it's hanging from ropes, some of it is just tossed in a giant pile, some of it is pretty well organized. You don't see any suture kits right off the bat, but what you do see are old timepieces, just hundreds of pairs of shoes, belts, and you even find a few like timepieces, like chronos. You also find a plethora of las guns and flak armor and other bits and pieces from what appear to be a number of missing Imperial guardsmen. And the reason that's so easy to find is because it's placed right on top.
All right, I guess I'll take a belt to wrap it around our sergeant.
Sure, you can spend a little bit more time to investigate this if you want, but there's a lot here.
Yeah, I'll investigate a little more.
Alrighty, and I'm gonna say, just to make this a little bit more interesting, one thing that you do see is that there are like 3 distinct piles. There's the one pile that has all of the Imperial Guard gear that's been recent, but as you go further back, under sort of tarps and other sort of very old boxes and chests, you find some things that are clearly just what do you call it? Like technological in nature,
Mhm.
and another side that seems almost exclusively what is it called? Luxury goods.
Do they have any sweet jackets?
In the luxury goods, yeah. As a matter of fact,
Do I say sweet
Yeah, I'd pick
jackets
up
or suede jackets?
the nicest leather fancy jacket that they have.
yeah, you find this massive, very nice trench coat.
Hell yeah!
It's in the
All right,
luxury
then I come
pile.
back to the truck, I guess.
All right. Do you want to keep looking, or are you just gonna grab a jacket and go?
I'll grab a belt and a jacket. Is there anything else that like jumps out?
There's also, like, with the gear, you also find a bunch of old weapons, sort of in the tech pile.
Do they have any grenades?
They actually don't have any grenades, but roll me a D100.
All right,
What'd you get, pal?
99.
99. Nice.
Found the active grenade pile.
Red weather balloon.
I
See
step
how I
on like 87 landmines.
Actually, what you end up finding is a little bit more interesting. Namely, you find underneath some of the las guns a old revolver.
Ooh.
Looks like it's not
Nice.
been kept in the best of repair. However, you can write down that you now have access to a hand cannon.
Hell yeah!
Is that the
Nice.
same weapon skill as a bolter falls under?
No, that's solid.
Oh, wow. I thought hand cannons and handguns and like were solid projectile.
Yeah,
Or is
bolt
that different?
pistols. Yeah, bolt weapons are considered bolt for some
I
reason.
think the only one of us who can use that right now is Bigby.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
that's
got
only
himself
like
a hand
a
cannon.
200 XP skill, right?
Right? What's the worst that could happen?
Right?
But yeah, so
I'm
those
sure we'll
those
all
are
make it
the
home alive.
those are the immediate things that stick out. If you want to hang out here, just roll an awareness check with a +30, or you can leave and just bring the belt back. In the meantime, that's got to be at least 2 more rolls. So
Yeah.
My
if
turn.
you'd be so kind, you want to do it? 8 and 10.
Alright, kill me, Theta. Do it.
You know you want to.
Everybody knows I want to.
Not yet.
So close. Well, no, not at all.
I'm the only one rooting
Jort,
for
roll me
this.
that awareness.
Damn. All right, I'm just going back.
Di-
Can't see shit.
oh, I already asked you to spend your fate point to shoot it earlier, so it's gone.
Does anybody else
Yeah, I
have
don't
one
have
they'd like to loan out?
What now?
Do I even still have one? No, I think, yeah, I used mine too, I'm pretty sure.
For what?
Loading out a fate point to reroll awareness to look for more junk.
Good to know.
I'll just come back and get everybody else and be like, I found stuff in there, but I can't make heads or tails.
So let's see. Since you rolled the awareness, it's going to be basically a prolonged test. So you can either stay in here, and every time that you test awareness again, as you go through each pile, you get an additional 20-point penalty, or sorry, bonus to find things, or you can just dip.
I've already been gone for a pretty long time. I don't want fucking our sergeant
right now,
to die.
if you come back with nothing, he's dead. If you stay here and find something, he might live.
I do gotta say though, for all of this, my favorite thing is still Jort's accent.
Oh, definitely. Jort's a treasure.
All right, I guess I'll look through more piles.
All right. Oh,
Nice.
Ooh, very awesome.
As you're checking out your revolver and this like badass trench coat you get, and you realize that they have the same symbol on the hilt of that revolver that is actually emblazoned on the inside of the trench coat, and that's pretty sick. And as you're looking at it, you turn and you trip over the flak jackets that had been put there from the missing Imperial Guard. And as you trip over all of these things, you fall over their combat webbing, and you realize that there's at least 2 field suture kits attached to these things.
I look at it and I'm like, what was I in here for again? I don't know, but I got cool cowboy shit. But nah, I'll pick one up.
A suture kit is useful for how many uses?
I don't believe it specifies. I think it's just if you have it, you have it.
Okay.
But let me double check. But yes, it's going to take you, another 2 turns to get back. So, Alexander, Raygun, you know what to do.
How many is this still? 2?
2.
Okay. Bam.
Damn it.
Still going.
How do you like the fact that the person who's going to have to heal you is also the guy who's rooting for the rolls to go?
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. The tension is great.
Yeah, according to this, that never goes away, but we'll just say that once you use it, it's gone.
Yeah. I already got the backup ready. I'm just waiting to see what happens.
I was only wondering, since you said he found 2, so I assumed if you found 2, then maybe the number of them mattered. But if it doesn't, it doesn't.
We'll just say for every successful use, you lose the kit. So every kit is useful for
1 use. Got it.
Yep. So you have
1 successful use.
2 successful uses because you have 2 sutures now. Yep. So he gets it back to you. He tosses it. You get it. You are standing over him with a series of burning implements for some reason.
And a hunk of metal.
I just terrorized for the last minute.
Yeah, but you do have the suture kits.
Alright, you said plus 30?
So you can... Yep, so just everything you did previously, but when you get to that other thing, add 30.
I'll fold the belt up into like a ball and just shove it in our sergeant's mouth.
He chokes to death. Well done. Painlessly died.
Choked to death in my own blood.
Alright, you are no longer suffering from blood loss, my friend.
Well, I am still suffering, but yeah, not from blood loss, you're right.
We're all still suffering.
So how do you... It takes you a little while, but between the hemostatic agent and the deft... You've had to do a number of repairs on your fleshy servitor.
Who's now dead, by the way.
Yeah, who's just sizzling in a pile that was run over by a chimera. But the good news is you managed to stitch it up fairly well. Doably. Between that and the pressure gauze, it looks like the immediate threat of dying of blood loss has
regrettably failed.
Regrettably failed.
Well, I guess that's a relief. So, I guess now that I'm not about to die anymore, and I'm still breathing and still have a heartbeat, so Jorts reports. No further hostiles?
Barely shot you.
Jorts in the background.
Oh god!
I'm playing with my gun.
You just hear a just loud like, and followed by a ting 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 tong ting.
Just shoot your eye out, kid.
Oh shit!
It's a hair trigger.
Goggles.
It's a hair trigger, son.
By the way, is Raygun still crippled? Or is that not a thing anymore?
He is still crippled.
Yes.
So the only way to get rid of the crippled condition is to regain all of your lost hit points.
Right. That'll be a minute.
Ooh, jeez.
That'll be a minute.
How much are
so
you down?
Crit 5.
And what are
So
you?
we are
Bigby?
gonna go to 1. He should be at 1 health.
Oh, so Bigby's.
Yeah, Bigby's as
He hasn't hit critical yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought when you said regain all their health, I was just thinking critical to 0, not.
Oh no, they need to get back to their maximum HP.
Well, okay.
Maximum wounds.
all right. So George, report. Nobody else in there.
Nah, but I found this book, and I just like throw it at you.
I'll just like take a look at the cover. It's like, what is this, the Olympics?
It actually says. Hold on a second. You took the one from the locked chest, correct? And not the one on top?
Yeah, the one that was in the drawer.
Got it. Yeah. You have written across this. It says, "Blessings of life, treaty on the natural by Zuriel, speaker for the God of the Green." And roll me a high Gothic linguistics test. Do you have high Gothic trained?
Sure don't. So I'll
All
just say
right.
linguistics. -6. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it takes you a while because of all like the big cursive letters and everything. You're looking at it, and you can't like. There's a subsection as you open it up, and you just can't read it. I'm like, huh. Like some of the things kind of make sense. Like tree is tree, but other than a handful of words, it's hard to understand exactly what they're saying. It's like they take 3 paragraphs to say what you would normally say in a sentence.
It's a bunch of academic gargly gook, that's for sure, but it has the word God on it, so I think this is what we're looking for.
Yeah, there's also a number of sketches that are pretty cool. Different types of plant life, anatomy.
I mean, you're not taking insanity by looking at it, so it must be alright.
Yeah, you
Yep.
have to understand it in order to get the
Oh,
insanity.
speaking of, roll willpower as you make contact with the book.
Okay. Well, my gloves so
But yeah, I'll just let y'all know that there are more books upstairs and more rooms.
Oh, wait a second. You guys are completely covered in hazmat gear, aren't you?
Well, they
Yes.
are. I'm not.
All right. In that case, ignore everything I said about the willpower.
Got it.
Because you're not
I was just
actually
joking
making
about
contact
it, but it was
with
true.
Yeah, no, that's true. You're not actually making contact with the book. You are literally handling it in mop gear.
Yeah. All right. Well, bag that up, and I'll look to George and I'll go. So, is there anything else we should try to take along before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, there were more books and more rooms upstairs, and in the barn they had some horses,
I'll go over.
but they
to
were
the,
dead.
Yeah, I'll go over to like the field kits that aren't the field kits that you said they were like just a bunch of bags, right? I'll take out one of the bags. I'm just gonna flip it open a little bit, and I'll hand it to Jordan. Go, just shove everything you can in here.
All right.
Yep. Don't even care what it is. Just shove it in and bring it along. We'll just say like, yeah, this is everything.
2 days later.
Jordan, you need to follow things less literally.
You said everything,
Alright.
sir. I'm breaking down this
But yeah.
chair.
So, Jordan, it is up to you what you fill the bag with. There's no further time limit. We're waiting in the car, and as soon as you get back, we're going.
Waiting
Should
in
I
the
bring
car.
someone that can read? And I point at Alexander.
Alexander, just go with Jordan to make sure it's something
I'll
important.
need to maintain the vehicle, sir. Jort has a comrade, does he not, sir?
Alexander,
Does Jort not have a comrade, sir?
Alexander, you can read.
Thank
It's
you.
safe there, Alexander.
Thank you, sir, for saving my life, sir. No, wait. I think that's the other way around.
I was going to wait until we got back to base and I was still alive, but yes, thank you. I want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Just make sure Jort doesn't take forever figure out which books are actually important.
Honestly, sir, what is his comrade doing while doing this, sir?
Manning the vehicle.
You understand that they have some sort of... How do I put this in non-mechanical terms? They're a less cohesive unit if they die together, sir.
I guess there's the question. Can I just send my comrade in with Jort then and just get this done? There you go.
I already left. I'm already back upstairs.
Yeah, I know. A comrade just rushing in with you.
You're muted.
Sorry. Technically, that doesn't convey any mechanical benefits of any kind. But
I
for
was
the
hoping
sake
for
of
just 2 more
narrative,
hands in another bag.
yeah, we can definitely do that. Also, let's see. Alexander, roll me a logic test because I don't see any skills that this would be useful. So just roll me some logic.
Does any of my stuff apply?
Your big old mechanical brain.
Cerebral implants?
And then, do you have tactics, Sergeant Reagan?
Do
Or
I?
tactica?
I feel like I think I did.
Does anything that I'm doing right
I have
now...
war.
Does anything I'm doing right now that you're having me roll for implement my mind impulse unit?
No, it does not.
All right. So yeah, I have common lore war. Is that tactics or is that actually separate in this game?
Yeah, that is completely separate, sadly.
Okay, I could just roll common lore if you like.
No, wouldn't really apply.
Okay. Alexander doesn't know quite enough.
Big old
and
brain.
I don't know anything.
All right, there you go. There's been a lot of crazy shit going on as of late.
Did you roll it again? I don't see anything pop up.
Well,
I
he
just
didn't
don't
have
have the
he
skill.
didn't have tactics, so it didn't apply.
Scholastic
but on the
Lore
top floor-
Tactica Imperialis?
Say that again.
Scholastic Lore Tactica Imperialis?
Yeah, that would work.
Don't you have
Ooh.
that, Regan?
Wait. Do I?
Do
What
we
am I
get it
looking
for the
for?
regiment?
Sorry, that was a suggestion from chat. I don't think any of us have it.
No, yeah, no, I don't have it.
I did that thing where I read it and assumed it to be true.
So
No,
yeah, typically that's like a sergeant thing, although some regiments also get it. But sadly, you do not.
I'll get it later, I assume.
Maybe. But yeah, Jort, you and a handful of compatriots are on the top floor looting this entire building. What would you like to do?
Pretty
you
much
just
just
gonna-
take the diaries.
Yeah,
and then
anything that has
Sorry.
writing on it, you start grabbing. You loot through a number of different places. You just see a lot of pictures of like families. But as you go through it, roll me a D100 real quick.
all right,
And you triggered landmine.
and I got a 12.
12. So you managed to grab the book that you discarded previously. You also, in this far back room, and yeah, back there, you see what is just a series of letters and correspondence, as well as notes that someone had been writing. You just grab all of it, slam it together. You're not actually bothering to
yeah.
read any of this, right?
It looks like my backpack in high school.
Yeah. So as you grab that, you start to head on out. You notice carved into the desk is that same 3-circle symbol you had seen previously. But as you're leaving, roll awareness
All right.
and give yourself a plus 20. No. Is there any other rooms you would like to explore specifically before you head out?
Are both of these two rooms the same?
Yeah, they're the same. You find just a lot of old clothes. Nothing really. You see a few knives, but they're nothing special.
Yeah, unless they got Gucci slides in here, Jorts, okay.
Sadly, no. You get the opinion that this was a very, what would you call it, Spartan lifestyle they have out here. So you're just exploring the top floor and then you're heading out, right? Or are you exploring the kitchen area as well?
Yeah, I don't think anybody actually explored the kitchen area, did we?
I mean, you were in the car at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
true.
exactly where we didn't
Yeah.
explore. I'm just trying not to metagame and tell you.
Yeah, we got ambushed just before we got there, so good catch.
So yeah, I'll check out the kitchen real quick.
Nope. And as you're walking around, you can hear the creaking of the wood as you go through. You get into the kitchen. You see the fireplace. You see the giant butcher knife. You see another book sitting right on the countertop. Do you
I
read
guess
it?
I just throw it in the bag. Everything's going in the bag.
Ignorance is your armor. All right. So yeah, you grab that. You see that there is another doorway on the other side of the fireplace, but it is
All
locked.
right. I guess I'll knock on it.
So polite.
It wasn't locked before.
Oh, did you manage to go through there?
Yeah, I went in there.
Oh,
And,
never mind then.
yeah, and then the thing attacked Bigby. That's when we all rushed out.
That's right. I didn't realize you had gone through the door yet. All right,
So I'm trying to push, but the door clearly says pull. So
yeah, but you finally do manage to get it open. And as you go into the back area, you see a series of kegs, most likely filled with more cider. And then immediately to your left, you see a small spiral staircase leading below the ground.
Oh god damn it.
Do you remember what you said last time, Jort?
Damn it, I'm supposed to check the house. Fuck it.
You are supposed to bring everything back, though.
Well, I didn't check the basement yet.
Oh, go into the cold, dark basement by yourself.
That's why I asked you to come with me.
You didn't ask me. Sarge
busy
told me
tech
to.
priesting.
You technically have two companions with you, but shrug.
Yeah, no mechanical benefit. Also, they're not in cohesion. Well, one of them is if it's yours.
As you're walking around, and you can, are you gonna head down? Is your kind of
Yeah, I
hear
guess
your
so.
breathing inside your mop suit?
You understand this is turning into a zombie movie, right? You're going to the cold, dark basement by yourself, surrounded by the dead bodies of everyone who's died around here.
If we just keep going in alone one at a time, it'll work out.
The next person, has
go
to call,
round.
next person has to call out your name. Jort? Jort, are you there? What's wrong?
All right. Well, I'm just gonna get naked and take a shower.
I'm just gonna be up here losing
Yeah,
my
I didn't realize I was
virginity.
in the Bates Motel.
So, are you going down, Jordan?
Yeah, I got to. I already asked for help. We're
You look
going in
around.
alone, baby.
You can hear your heart racing. No one else seems to notice. But there's an extra beat in there. You don't know why. You're fine. Who cares? As you head down, you kind of have to take your time because with this mop suit on and your vision so limited, you kind of have to like feel for the steps because of the incline, and you're trying to angle this massive bolter down a stairwell that clearly was not designed for it. But as you navigate down, boop, you find yourself here. And now, as you get down to this lower area, you see another sort of set of tables. It looks like a place where people can sit and drink and wait. There's another cask of something in the corner.
This is where
And
the heresy happens.
you find a door, this time, that is actually locked. What would you like to do as you settle in here? There's no lights on, but you can see a little bit of flickering light from the bottom of the door frame.
Can I
It
tell
sound-
what color light it is? Like, does it look like fire or does it look like?
It actually looks white.
It looks white.
White. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna step back a little bit and set up my bolt gun at the door, and then I'm gonna throw a rock at it or like a book, something that I have that I can throw.
You have
Alright.
two companions with you, which technically have guns. They could try to open it for you or blow down the door and swing it open so you can just
okay.
start.
I'll have them set up behind me with their guns.
Oh, yes, open fire on the sole survivor.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have my companions standing behind me, and I'm gonna set up my bolter and just throw something at the door to like make a thud.
All right, I like it. You do manage to find something to throw, and as you do, there's this heavy sort of thud as it hits the door, then falls to the ground and hits down onto the wooden floors. After several seconds of you sitting there waiting for a response, you hear a voice. Sorry, I'm gonna have to. I think the dog's getting bored. Fallon, go. Get out of
I
there.
thought you were gonna make the dog do the voice.
Oh no, he froze up. I think the dog ate the computer on his way.
Yep.
Oh, what suspense! Like we hear a voice, immediately lose contact.
Yeah, that moment before figuring out if it's a demon of chaos or childlike survivor.
Oh no, it's
gosh.
probably a demon.
Taking bets. Demon
I'm
of
about to get-
chaos, or is it that little girl from Alien?
What about that little boy from Screamers?
That was actually a evil robot, if you recall. So
Yes, exactly.
spoilers, I guess, for a movie from the mid '90s.
I'm gonna open the door and Fulgrim's gonna be in there.
You forgot you're talking to an audience that doesn't know much about Warhammer lore.
Fulgrim is like a demon Primarch who's a demon of Slanesh, and he's like half man, half snake with like 6 tits.
I mean, again, there could be worse Chaos Lords to be under the sway of. Slanesh is like upper tier.
Yeah. I think back when I was doing Warhammer Fantasy, I was rolling up like a lot of mutants and stuff, and one of them was, of course, like priestess of Slanesh, and it's like, oh, they got like the massive sexual characteristics trait. Guess it just happens.
Oh yeah,
It's
They're-
perfectly fitting.
it's not fun to be Slanesh.
I mean,
Oh no, that place was not fun.
I mean, it's a lot better than Nurgle. Let's be fair.
Yeah, but Nurgle actually gives
Oh,
a shit.
gosh.
No,
But at least
doesn't.
the Nurglings you can like punt around and have fun.
Yeah, he does. He's Grandpa Nurgle. He's Papa Nurgle.
Nurgle
Welcome
is
back,
like
by the way.
Nurgle's like the promise of never helping you out of your eternal pain.